Your favorite YouTuber, the chosen one, is about to get very famous. Why? Well, because the Fed just cut interest rates by 50 basis points. So it's been what? Like 3 or 4 years of constant torture when it comes to interest rates. And now they cut them. It's kind of suspicious right before the election, isn't it? They're supposed to be independent. Something to think about, right? No surprise. No surprise. I don't think they're very independent. I think that it was timed before the election to do this. But for our purposes, they tortured us for 3 or 4 years. And now the fun is about to begin. Because when they were when they were increasing interest rates, this sucked out all the liquidity out of the small and microcap stocks and devastated the stocks of small cap companies, devastated them. Barely anybody wanted to buy them. These companies had a hard time financing themselves. And money managers, well, they didn't have to do really anything to get a return, right? They could have just put the money in money markets funds or T-bills, right? Because the interest rates were high. So they could just do nothing. They didn't have to take any risk. And then so trillions of dollars went from risky assets to not risky assets, right? And also people put their money into, the safest and only profitable companies, right? Now that's going to reverse it. And I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight, but just like the downturn didn't happen overnight, they tortured us for 3 years. But I suspect that the next 2 to 4 years are going to be a lot of fun. They're going to be a lot of fun. It's no coincidence that some of the stocks that I talk about on this YouTube channel peaked right before the Fed started raising interest rates, right? And now the stocks that are going to benefit the most from interest rates going down are obviously stocks that are connected the closest to changes in real estate. So companies in the real estate space are going to benefit the most, right? So money is going to be flowing into the small cap names. Why? Because money managers have to find a way to generate alpha. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to go from being wrong and experiencing pain on every stock we own to feeling good about everything that we own, right? It's going to give us push from the back, right? And so it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, I am working on a new idea, and I mentioned it, and it still hasn't come to fruition yet because I need to get an okay from the management. They told me that they're going to let me know by the end of the week, because if they don't give me a green light, it's not a good idea. It's only a good idea if I get involved. It's only a good idea if I get involved, because barely anybody knows about this company, and it trades so little stock that usually it doesn't happen, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's like 3 to 5x within 4 weeks. Just because there's so little trading, days go by that there's nothing happening. So the way I'm going to introduce this idea, of course, number one is paying members of MCE. They're going to get it. So unfortunately, if everything works out the way I think it's going to work out, the paying members are going to make 3 to 4x before you even find out about it on YouTube channel. But that's the way it is. They pay the bills. So they're going to find out first. Second is the people who are on my free mailing list. So you can sign up for my free mailing list. They're going to find out second. And third, everybody on social media is going to find out. So that's the plan for the new idea. Fed is cutting rates. Cut rates, not is cutting rates. Cut rates. It's going to be a lot of fun.